Okay, first we're gonna start, this is gonna be our bandaging. Start with putting some lotion, whatever kind of cream or a low pH lotion that you have. Put that on the arm. My friend here is cold, so we're just gonna leave her sleeve on. Then we're gonna take the stockinette with thumb hole. We're gonna put that on. Take off your rings if you have any. I'm just gonna slide that all the way up. Okay. All right. So first things first, we have our bandages over here. Unfortunately, I only have one short stretch bandage that you guys have. The rest are ace bandages, but they're the same size. So we'll get to that. You're gonna start with the thumb hole part of what we call Salona, and I'll send you the link on how to order more. You're gonna put that through the thumb, and you're gonna do like a figure eight around the back of the hand and thumb. A couple layers to protect the wrist. And then you're just gonna spiral this up the arm. And I don't remember how many I used, but you wanna have like a double layer of this stuff. And we triple it by folding at the elbow, on the inside of the elbow, and go up. And then I'll come back down, but just make sure you have a double layer of the bandage, of the foam. I'm sorry, the Salona, the white stuff. I probably would do one more for Christine here, but I'll spare her. All right, so now she's gonna spread her fingers out really wide as possible, and we're gonna start bandaging the fingers. And you want all the bandages to look like they're a snail, and you're gonna open the bandage away. So you're not gonna do this because you'll fumble. So you're gonna wanna go open. And if you had no resistance or 100% resistance, I'm usually somewhere between 30 and 50, okay? So you start at the wrist and you go around one time. Oh, the other thing you wanna do before you get going here is make sure you have some tape cut up. So now that you've gone around the wrist one time, you're gonna go over the back of the hand to the base of the nail, and you're gonna start winding your way down. You wanna try to keep the bandage close so it doesn't spill out. You know, if you are out here, you're likely gonna not have great tension. It's gonna be harder to control the bandage. So I like to use both hands and pinch it. And then you wanna cover up about half of the bandage or 3/4. You're gonna go underneath the palm and come back over the top of the hand. And it's gonna create a crisscross effect on the back of the hand. So you're gonna repeat that, and then on your longer fingers, you're gonna probably have more layers, more rotations around the hand. And we'll just keep repeating this pattern, going across the back of the hand and coming back. So this crisscross will help with the swelling on the back of the hand. You probably are gonna end up running out of bandage before the completion, I think. I can't remember, depending on the size of the hand. And then just keep the pattern going. Once you've finished with the hand, now we're just gonna do the same pattern, but just to get the base of the fingers so that it really kind of hugs in this area. So Christine, can you make a fist? So sometimes you'll see openings in here, and this will help prevent that from happening. So keep your fingers spread out for me again. It's the same pattern, but you're just going around the base of the fingers. And then I usually, if I have a little left over, I'll just kind of go around the back of the hand a couple times and tuck it in. So now we're ready to start with the short stretch bandages, and we start in order of size. So you have a 6 centimeter, and typically you would have an 8 centimeter and 2 10s. I don't remember what I gave you guys because our stock was limited, but we're still gonna keep the hand spread out. And again, this material 0% versus 100% stretch. Maybe about 50%. I would start out with maybe 30%. You go around the back of the wrist again, around the entire wrist. And keeping this looking like a snail and a little bit of a stretch to it, you're going to do a couple figure eights around the back of the hand so that you have about 3 to 4 layers over the back of the hand. And you want to kind of shimmy it so you're not exactly going over the same spot each time, because it'll not create a tourniquet, but might not be as comfortable. Okay. So now she's going to make a fist, and she's going to push into you or somebody else. And I'll hold your weight. And you can start spiraling up the arm at a 45-degree angle and covering about 2/3 the width of the bandage each time. And I give kind of a little bit of a tug each place. You can tape it here if you want to hold it. And again, do not use ace bandages. This is just for demonstration purposes because we don't have any. You're going to keep going up the arm. At the elbow, you're going to skip the inside of the elbow and do a figure eight. The directions, I think, and I'll email them to you, will say like an oblique angle coming down. And then you just keep going back up the arm. And you would tape it. So the next 2 bandages, sometimes people will go the opposite direction on the 3rd bandage. So you start at the wrist and just spiral your way up, maintaining the same amount of tension the whole time. And then the last one, whoops, see, that can happen a lot. You start again at the wrist or maybe a little bit above and go all the way up the arm. Ideally, you want to keep this on for 23 hours and then give yourself, be better if it was up a little bit higher, but I don't have the stuff. I think I'd fold this over. Ideally, it's good to have this on for 23 hours, and then you can take a shower, take it off, and reapply. So there's our bandaging 101. Thank you.